When I find the show in times of trouble, a sudden idea comes to me. Reading off a list, top 10. And now that I am reading this list, it occurs to you that I can't read. Going back to school soon, top 10. Top 10, top 10, top 10, top 10. A list full of nonsense, top 10. Although it may be horrible, there is still a chance that it's funny. Maybe it's wishful thinking, we will see. Top 10, top 10, top 10, top 10. Reading off a list, top 10. Come on, Joe, sing it with me. Top 10. Top 10. Top 10. We are back, me and my buddy Joe Seeker. This is That Shed Show, and I am, in fact, in the shed. It's not false advertisement, Joe. I really am in the shed. A shed I built with my bare hands, sort of, kind of. Well, it's built out of wood, but I did have help. My father-in-law actually built it, and I just nailed what he told me to nail and picked up what he told me to pick up. Right. You know. But never...
Not to notice when he looked at you with that look and wondered why his daughter would agree with you.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, no, and listen...
You might find this hard to believe, but I, too, have received that look from my ex-father.
Really? I would never think that. And believe me, it was a little rough. You know, the working with him can be rough sometimes, and there was a few words from time to time, mainly on his part that got a little hurtful. Well, because you know how I get like excited and I talk real screechy when I get wound up and I go, I don't know what you're talking about. You know, like get like that. Well, he told me if he got real mad one day when I did it because he said I was raising my voice, and he said, you know what, Rob, if you were on the job site with me, you would have got punched in the face. He's like, I don't understand how you get away with it. You talk like that at work. And I go, when I do that at work, people just laugh at me. Like, it's a high pitch, like a get excited like a girl. How could you get mad? How could that possibly be intimidating? That you think I'm like, you know, what is that? I don't understand. You know? But he got quite upset. But we got it done. And listen, I appreciate it because now I'm in heaven back here, you know?
Well, your father-in-law seems like your in-laws seem like they're very nice people.
They take care of us. I can't complain. Although I'm not gonna lie, it was rough when we were, and they were here every day, you know, because you know how it is, in-laws, you know. But I appreciate everything they did for us, and we're settled in, and now they're in Florida, so you know.
You're going there to stay with them.
We're going down there. We're going to go to Disney World. We already put some money away for it, and they're helping us out. We're going there all there together, a little family thing. And
you asked them if me and Debbie can stay there and marriage.
Yeah, maybe we could smuggle you in. You know.
Just let me know when you're going, Robbie, and we'll just land there at the same time.
Yeah, it'll be perfect. So we played the intro, the top 10 intro, for a good reason. And Joe, I think you'll appreciate this. And we do have some news if we can get to it as well to do. But This top 10 list. For those of you, this is very current. This is current affairs here. Because we were talking about it earlier, too. You know, we know what... didn't really know what happened. I don't know. I got confused. And Joe knew more about it than I did. And he's not even in this fucking country. So that'll tell you what's going on with this country. But something's going on where they're shutting down. The government quit. They're being babies. Right? That was my spin on it. That's what I figured. I figured, ever since I heard about it, I figured that was what was going on. It was Congress being babies. Basically the Republicans.
Well, there was an election in November.
Right.
And the people elected the president in Obamacare. Everybody knew that, like, what he was going to do with his health care, right?
Right. It wasn't like no secret.
And the people chose that. And ever since, the Republicans have done everything, has basically stalled government, and has come to the point where they've shut it right now, where people aren't even working now. But they're all still getting paid, right? But their secretaries and stuff are, you know what I mean?
Right. And I kind of thought maybe, they were trying to blame this on Obama. Some people.
Well, they are. The people that voted Republican, like last November, are saying it's all Obama's fault.
Well, of course they're going to say it. But I mean, even some people that voted for Obama are losing, I feel like are losing the point, missing the point of this. That whatever's going wrong, first off, most of it that's going wrong now has been going wrong before he even got in here, and they're not making it any easier because they're being babies, and every little thing he tries to do, they do everything to stop it. And apparently we're not the only ones to think this, because I found this list. Top 10 ways members of Congress are like toddlers. Yeah. This top 10 list is brought to you by the Huffington Post. So a legit...
Well, I love the Huffington Post, though.
Yeah. It's a legitimate, but they're legitimate. They're not, some corny website. Like they're the Huffington Post. They're the news before computers were invented, right? Isn't the Huffington Post a real newspaper?
Well, it's a liberal, slanted sort of. I don't know if I'd really call it a newspaper. They do report stuff, but they're sort of like a political TMZ.
Oh, okay. Well, it is under comedy. But I mean, the Huffington Post has other, they have serious news. This is their goofy.
Like, don't get me wrong, the Huffington Post does some good shit too.
Yeah, but this is their goofy little list here. But it's funny because that's
They're
what.
Like a very trendy liberal pop culture fucking newspaper. I guess pop is the best way.
And usually most top 10, like I usually get top 10s on top 10s with a Z.net. So and they usually go from 1 to 10. Like it's I'm going from 1 to 10. Usually they go from 10 to 1. But these are 1 to 10. Where they get to the point is basically what we said is number 10, but we're going to leave that for last. So number 1 is they love the sound of their own voice, and they think everyone else does too. Right? Yeah, I gotta agree on that. Can't argue there. That's pretty fair to say. And oh shit, wrong one. Number 2 is they try to manipulate U.S. with crocodile tears. I don't know about that one, but what does that even mean?
That's Minor there, House leader for the Republicans, and he cries every time he gives a speech. He's crying.
Oh yeah, yeah. He does them fake. Yeah, because crocodile tears are fake tears, right? That's what they mean when they say that. Yeah. Number 3 is they whine when they can't have their own way. That's true. This ain't the first time they pouted. This is just the biggest hissy fit they had.
Well, the last time that the government got shut down was 17 years ago when Bill Clinton was president because Newt Gingrich didn't like the way he got treated on Air Force One.
And I'm by the way, I'm sharing this on my Facebook, on my Twitter, and everything because for those of you that listen to the show later can get this off my Facebook and follow with me, or if they're listening live, because it's funny too. If you see the picture, I should have sent it to you too, Joe. That it's a friggin' picture of a little kid in a chair with a suit on. And he's got this little face, like this little mad face. Number 4 is they love to read Dr. Seuss.
They do. They're always quoting Dr. Seuss. One guy is.
Are they really? Or is this?
Yeah.
What do you mean they're quoting Dr. Seuss? They go.
One of the guys there quoted a Dr. Seuss fucking.
Like, was he going no green eggs and ham? No, I don't like green eggs and ham, Sam. I am. Oh, there you go. It says it. Number 5. They don't know what irony means, so it's adorable when they tell you that Green Eggs and Ham is one of their favorite books. Even though it is a story about a guy who refuses to try anything new. And strange because he's afraid he'll hate it, and then finally he relents and realizes it's amazing. Number 6 is they don't understand where babies come from.
Yeah, well, that's referring to things like when they say that if a woman gets raped, right?
Oh, yeah. I remember you saying they said this.
Enjoy it at all. Like, you know, she can't get pregnant. The only way she can get pregnant is if she gets pleasure from the rape.
Yeah, I don't think that's how it works.
I don't think so either. Like, I think there's a lot of, like, you know, Jewish girls and stuff that get knocked up by, like, Germans and stuff. Like, you just watch some guy some people butcher your whole fucking family, and then they're raping you. Somehow I doubt you're gonna, like, orgasm in pleasure.
Yeah, there's plenty of rape babies out there, and I don't think, that's the case.
Strange man who looks like he does drugs. Sock it to me. Sock it to me. Rougher. More broken glass in my back, please.
Oh, this is a real good one. Number 7's real good. They like expensive toys and hate school. Because and that's referring to they really don't like spending money on school, do they? School funding.
Let's build a fence. We'll build it right from the Pacific Ocean to the Gulf of Mexico. And to keep construction costs down, we'll hire the Mexicans to build it. My favorite fucking guys are them fucking assholes that built like fucking 30 feet of fence out in the fucking desert. And then they all gather around out there in their trucks and their rifles. And they sit beside it like fucking the illegals coming across the desert can't see them and their 30 feet of fence.
Yeah, that whole thing's a joke too.
And then the militia guys, when they show you see that they show these private militias, these self-trained militias and shit. You see these guys like that are like built like me, 340 fucking pounds, with an old army helmet on, jumping over obstacles and shit like they're fucking in basic training. Getting ready for the uprising, I fucking laugh. Yeah. You'll see how long you stay in your foxhole when a big Apache fucking attack helicopter comes up over the horizon from the government.
Top 10 ways